Well, ladies and gentlemen, it could have been the final catch up yesterday, but there was quite a few things going on in my house that required my attention and me eating, so that really did cut into me finishing my entire catch up yesterday. But I have no prior engagements to deal with today other than dealing with Kenzo and getting him from the groomers, but that's hours from now. So the only thing I'm going to prioritize is finishing with these last two chapters of One Punch Man, at least the ones that are out right now. And man, I gotta say, let's just go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Let's do this. Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Hold on. I cannot come to y'all wearing the same shirt that I had on in the last stream. I can't do it. Better. It's another gray shirt, but with a different chest design. All right, now we can get back into it. Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome to my official final catch-up of One Punch Man. I spent the last 6 hours I spent 6 hours and 30 minutes in the last stream, very much pushing me being able to get to Wednesday night service. I managed to get there with 4 minutes to spare, and I left off of the final chapter that is available right now, that dropped on the 5th of this month, so it's the most recent chapter. But I'm going to go through chapters 168 and go through 169 because I rushed through 168 and I don't like rushing. So let's go over the big events that happened. The last we left off in yesterday's big catch-up stream was Saitama. We had all these things going on against the heroes and the executives, and it was like massive fights all over the place. Then it concludes with Saitama versus an overly monsterized 4 minutes. Yeah, I barely made it. I live 20 minutes away from my church. So for me to get from my place all the way down to my church and still have 4 minutes to spare, it's like I was cutting it really close. Because when I ended it, it was already 6:34. I was supposed to be at church at 6:30. I left the house at the time I was already supposed to be there because I lost track of time and I was too engrossed in One Punch Man. But last we left off, we had all these massive fights between some of the execs and the heroes, and it concluded with the fight of Garo versus Saitama. And then we see pretty much showcases of Saitama's strength that greatly surpasses literally everything we have ever seen. The dude is now a planet buster, which kind of doesn't surprise me, but it still surprises me when we see this monstrous displays of power. And it gets to the point where even though Garo has the power of the universe, he has the power of the universe, and Saitama is still fighting him one-handed because he's holding the core of Genos in his hand. After Garo pretty much killed everybody, well, his cosmic radiation killed everybody, and then he absolutely destroyed Genos. So Saitama fights Garo, and Garo can't do anything to him. Now, I said in my previous stream that when Garo and Saitama hit each other seriously, they both caused blood to fly out of their mouth. I don't think that was blood. I think that was just massive impact dots hitting from their faces, because Saitama doesn't show any blood in any other panel, so Saitama is still unscathed. Let me correct that matter right now. Saitama is still unscathed, and then it ends with Saitama beating Garo. Getting so strong to the point where Garo's all like, I can't even beat this guy. So he teaches Saitama some technique that allows him to go back in time to stop all this stuff from happening, and he comes back and he just straight up punches Garo in the face. Then the future version of Saitama combines with the current day version of Saitama, and Saitama doesn't remember anything that's happened, but when Genos connects his core to the core from future Genos, he knows everything that's happened, and he's just awestruck at the power of Saitama. But everything stops, everything subsides, and now we're going to read through chapters 168 and 169. This probably won't be a long stream, because I'm just going through these two chapters, but I will finally be able to look at Saitama's stats and see just how powerful he is. Let's go ahead and get started with it. Punch 168 gains. I rushed through this chapter and I hated that I did it, but now I get to read through it slowly and enjoy it fully. I don't even remember everything that I read from yesterday's chapter, so it's good. It's good that I rushed through it because it just passed out of my mind. Gains. And it cuts to Garo, who's back to normal, but he still has a scar over his face going, and then I realize that the world doesn't need unequal justice. It needs equal absolute evil. True peace. Sorry, I had like a McGriddle earlier. True peace is achieved from equal fear that heroes can't instill. The hero's lukewarm peace keeps the people soft, giving rise to iniquity, but they don't always punish humans the way they do monsters, further staining the people in evil. What is peace if it can't protect an ugly, stupid brat in the park? So I rejected it. Instead, I would be stronger than any brand of justice or being in existence by becoming an absolute monster! And it shows that Garo's sitting in an office with a guy saying, "Sir, this is about your dine and dash infraction. Are you sorry about it?" And then it cuts to Bang, who's behind him, who knocks him in the head going, "Just answer the question already." And then it cuts to Bang and Garo walking outside of the police station with Bang forcing Garo to bow his head. And then it cuts to Bang as he goes, "The investigation into the damage ended last week. Now you must apologize to victims of the hero hunter." Get off my back. You're my dad or something. And then it cuts to Bang, who's just walking with Garo. Garo's parents never showed up while he was in custody. And then Garo talks to him. Bang continues to talk to Garo. "I do not mind humbling myself for your benefit. Having a child makes one a parent, but a teacher must demonstrate proper behavior." And then he just goes, "Give me a break. You're a pain in the butt. But I'm glad you were easy to locate." And it shows Garo sitting under a massive waterfall meditating. And then he notices that Bang is up there, looking at him. "Garo, what do you want? You found me already, huh?" "Actually, the search was easy. This is a secret training ground I told him about. Perhaps he wanted me to find him." "Don't get the wrong idea, old man. I'll only rejoin you so I can recall my own style. Hero hunting made me realize you're the only one capable of sparring with me on a regular basis." "Thank you for the compliment." And then it cuts to Garo thinking back when some person punched him. He doesn't realize that it's Saitama. Someone punched him way back when and stopped his rampage. "Someone's punch laid me flat, but I lost the abilities I had obtained since monsterizing." And then it cuts to Garo going, "So, how is he?" "Huh? Who?" "Tario." "Oh, the child prisoner we found. He appears to be fine." And then it cuts to a playground as the three kids that left Tario to die earlier are playing rock, paper, scissors with him.
"Rock, paper, scissors!"
Coordinated beforehand, they all chose scissors in order to make Tario the monster.
"You be the monster."
And then Tario goes,
Okay.
And then the three kids just start to beat up on Tario.
"Take that! Justice Ranger kick! Monster defeated! LOL!"
And then Tario swings his arm up and goes,
"Did you think I was a monster? I'm the hero Garo man. Beat me up and I'll get back up. Bring it on, you fake heroes!"
And then all the kids are just confused. All the three kids are confused going,
"Huh? That ain't how this goes. Don't make up new stuff. Just explode and die.
And then a voice calls over. Hey, Tario! And it looks like Waganma.
Waganma! Get! That's Narinki's son, and he's rich. I downloaded Dynasty King Warriors. Let's play it at my house. Yeah, good idea. Tario? Are you and Waganma friends? Yeah. Can I invite my friends? Sure. Okay, let's go have some fun.
And then Tario looks at the 3 kids that are so used to bullying him, and Tario still got that bald spot where his hair got pulled. And the kids go like,
all right, we'll come play with you.
And then it cuts to Tario. Then it cuts to Waganma. Here's the part where I had to really, really rush through this chapter. I had to rush through it. Then it cuts to Waganma, who apparently has a similar backpack to Child Emperor. This backpack's the same as Child Emperor's. Like it? And all the kids are like,
Cool.
Then it cuts to Narinki, who's going, Waganma. He's been different since the big fight. They grow up so fast. Yes, indeed, sir. And he gets it all from me.
Make room, Dad. Pardon me.
And then he's getting shoved off to the side so all the kids can get inside the car. Then it cuts to Garo, who's smiling as he goes, Work hard, Tario. I'll work hard, too. Hey, old man, would it be possible to hold sparring matches with heroes? Huh? After monsterizing, I fought you, Bomb, Flash, Blast, and some bald freak named Saitama. I feel like I can reclaim my secret art without monsterizing if I fight you all in order. You think you can defeat me? Not so fast, youngin'. Ha! Metal Knight fixed me up so my back is in perfect condition. I'll work you hard, but you gotta keep up. You got it, old man. Then it cuts to Hero Association HQ. And it cuts to Second Gall, who's talking to Sitch. A second-generation Silverfang? And Sitch goes, Yes, Silverfang became his guardian and will introduce him to the Hero Association. He said that as he turned in his resignation. Oh, Bang resigned. And Garo's gonna take his place. In the Hero Association. You see what details you can miss out on when you rush through stuff? Yes, Silverfang became his guardian and will introduce him to the Hero Association. He said that as he turned in his resignation. Ah, I see. He leaves a big hole in the ranks, so we should register anyone he recommends. So, what's this rookie like? Huh? You'll have to look forward to that. You won't tell me? It's Garo. I sure hope Silverfang, or rather Bang, can reform him. As Sitch just looks out onto the city. The other heroes are sure to object if we accept Garo, but we must reinforce our firepower in preparation for the big prediction. Then it cuts to Bang, who's walking with Garo, going, Well then, you're too young for us to bond over alcohol, so a heart-to-heart chat will have to suffice. Is there a girl you like? What? Why are you asking that? What a change of a topic. What a change of topic. Or a celebrity crush. Well, if I had to say, it's that girl who's Gal Yellow in Gal Rangers. Her name's Kiro. Oh, a superhero actor. You surprise me. The yellow one likes curry and is really tough, right? That was ages ago. Right now. And then it just cuts to Garo and Bang having a calm chat with each other. And they're just casually walking through the streets. Then it cuts to Genos and Saitama as they are digging for clams. Master! And he holds up a big clam. What a big clam! And then it gets all silent. And then they're just digging through the remains of the city that's on the coast. And they're just silent because now Saitama and Genos are pulling out pieces of the city trying to find a pot to cook the clam in. Now we need to find a pot. Yes, that is right. And someone is behind a piece of rubble a distance away from Saitama and Genos. Doesn't show who it is. Then we get a little footnote at the end that says, Kiro, who's Gal Yellow and Gal Rangers. She looks like Garo's mother, except kinder. And that is the end of chapter 168, onwards to the latest chapter of One Punch Man, and I'm fully caught up with the series. Let's go! Oh man, it feels weird. It feels weird that I'm finally caught up. I'm about to catch up to One Punch Man completely. It's amazing. Punch 169, the worst guy I could run into. And then it cuts to someone going, it was room 104, right? Okay then. Boom, boom. He moved in but never said hi. Let's see what he's like. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe he isn't home. Boom, 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 boom. That can't be. I heard a noise inside. So he's ignoring us. Word is he's got an attitude problem. We gotta let him know who's got seniority around here. Hey, stop hiding in there and come out, new guy. And then someone starts walking towards the door. And then they go, huh? Here he comes. He sounds flustered. And then the door starts to partly open and the frog guy, I forget his name, Frog, Kusarigama Toad, whatever his name is, goes, he's home. So it seems. And then a voice goes, what do you want? We live in rooms 101 to 103. You moved in 3 days ago, right? You never said hi, so we came to welcome you. Show yourself! And the door opens up, and it's King. And the 3 dudes that showed up to try and, hassle the new guy immediately start sweating bullets. And then King goes, neighbors, huh? I came to visit the guy who lives here too, but he's out. What? Too bad, huh? And then all the 3 dudes start to get scared because they're in the presence of the godly king. I wonder where Saitama went. Then we cut to City Z. Well, the ruins of City Z. As a helicopter is overhead, as someone goes, oh, there he is! Good thing we put a transmitter on him. Why is he at the scene of the big fight? Oh, it's Pig God! He's rooting through the debris. Oh, a black spermatozoon survived! A black spermatozoon has survived!
What does he want? They already defeated the Monster Association and Garo! What's he looking for?
Pig God! You left your bed, but you still need rest. Return to the med lab. Hold on a second, it might still...
He's running! Oh man, don't come this way!
Stop, Pig God! I said stop! After all that radiation, he can still move around? Class S heroes are such a pain. Then we got a brand new guy. We got some new guy, as he goes, we expect this would happen. I'll handle bringing him back in. Don't worry, slaughtering a wounded pig only takes 5 minutes. Class A, rank 35 hero Ire. And he has, he's like an aborigine-looking dude with a big old boomerang. No slaughtering! He's a crucial member of the Hero Association. We return him to the lab unharmed. And then Ire just starts taking off, and he runs up to Pig God. The only one they call Hero Hunter puts a lot of these crucial members in the hospital. They like status more than training, and they dishonor Class S. Then it cuts to Ire, who runs up to Pig God as he goes, giving you a thrashing will prove that you aren't so big after all. Don't you agree, Pig God? And he stops right in front of Pig God, which is also adjacent from the rock that one spermatozoon is hiding near. Come to the lab quietly or fight for your freedom. How did this happen? And it's one of the Hero Association execs who's there. How did this happen? I need a new job. And then some rocks rustle behind Ire and Pig God. Something's there. And it's evil. And it's evil mineral water. Something's there. And evil mineral water comes out of the cracks. And then Pig God looks at it with shock. A monster? Here? You shall not escape! Taste my boomerang! And as Aya throws this boomerang, evil mineral water shoots right through it and winds up shooting through the neck of Aya. Like, point blank, hits him through the neck.
Evil mineral water is still alive?
And then Pig God immediately jumps on evil mineral water and eats it. And evil mineral water inside of Pig God shoots out jets of water through Pig God's body, and he's bleeding all over. And Pig God kind of coughs up with just a little blood because, I mean, this thing just shot jets of water through his body from the inside. So some internal organs may have been hurt. Pig God! What the? Are you all right?
Maybe you should spit it out. I suspected it was still here, so I came to check. It's our responsibility. Now everything's okay. I have digested it.
Right. Now, back to the lab. A helicopter
can't carry me, so I'll walk and stop for ramen on the way. Forget about me and get him to a hospital.
And he's talking to Aya. But there may be more surviving monsters.
So you should sweep the area.
Sweep the area? Drat! Just when I'm out of cell stock, I need a place to hide.
And the last surviving spermatozoon who can't divide anymore, just tries to find a place to hide.
But where can I go? The Monster Association is toast! First, I need protein to build up spare lives. At this size, I can't even beat a puppy. I guess I should find a bug or something to eat.
And then he looks over in a direction, and Saitama's over in the distance. And Saitama lifts up what remains of his entire apartment complex. Let me say that again. Saitama lifts up the entirety of what remains of his apartment. There's at least 4. He lifted up what remains of his 4-story apartment. Literally just takes the whole thing out of the ground. I found it!
Well done, master.
And then Spermatozoon immediately hides behind a rock after seeing Saitama going,
Gah! That's the guy who floored Garo after he awakened with one punch!
So Spermatozoon knows it's Saitama that did the one final punch against Garo.
He's the worst guy I could run into!
And then some rocks rustle, and Genos immediately sees where it is, and he zones in on it, and Spermatozoon goes, ah!
Master,
And he holds up Pochi, who has shrunken down. Pochi is no longer the giant dog he used to be. Pochi's now just small.
Master,
And he holds up Pochi. What a huge dog, goes Saitama.
Pochi? He's alive? But he's smaller and really unlucky. He managed to survive but ran into the strongest heroes. I'm gonna scram while they tear him apart.
And then, as Spermatozoon starts to walk away, he glances back, and then it shows either Genos or Saitama. I think it's Saitama who holds his hand up to Pochi, and then holds him up. And then Spermatozoon just looks on. And Saitama just holds him up like he's just like a big, giant puppy.
They aren't killing him?
Dogs are nice.
He thinks Pochi's a dog? Is he an animal lover? So he can't kill animal-like monsters. It's true he doesn't look very violent. I was gonna run for survival, but this presents an opportunity.
Master, you like dogs?
Recently, I realized they're man's best friend.
Well, they are cute, but consider the cost of feeding it.
And then his watch starts to go off. And then Genos goes,
Master, I have business at headquarters.
Okay.
They're gonna hunt down survivors, but if I can get his protection, no place could be safer. Do I risk it?
And then Spermatozoon pretends to be a monkey and just hops over to Saitama, going,
ooh, ooh,
like he's a monkey, and he hops over to him. And Saitama's just looking at him going, Spermatozoon is trying to survive by pretending to be a monkey and having Saitama be his protection. And that's where the chapter ends. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I have fully caught up to One Punch Man. It's been so long but I finally caught up. Don't read the wiki. They updated it with the current scan chapter today. Okay. All right. So the next chapter is supposed to drop when? When does One Punch Man usually drop? You can't read their wiki yet because the scans released the newest chapter. No worries though, Viz will probably release at the end of next week. There's a new chapter, there's a new scan, but there's a new scan, early scan. I will not be reading the early scan because I'm only going off of Viz. Came out yesterday, I think. Viz hasn't updated anything for One Punch Man today. It's still at 169, so that scan is not available yet. So I will wait until that chapter's out to read it, and then I'll read the wiki. But let's see. Okay, 4 minutes. Can't read the wiki yet. The visual. Okay, looks like this chapter doesn't release weekly. Yeah, they usually release once or twice a month. So we got a chapter on the 5th of October. So there should be, hopefully there'll be another one this month. In terms of Viz, sometimes they will let it be known what happened to other two disciples of Atomic Samurai. You mean Bushido and Kama? They were swallowed up by Pig God along with all the rest of the Narinki group, so I'm guessing that they're getting taken care of right now. But, ladies and gentlemen, I told you this wasn't going to be a long stream because I finally caught up to One Punch Man. This took so long to do, but I finally did it. I finally caught up to One Punch Man, the official release chapters, not the early scan chapters, because y'all know I don't roll like that anymore. I finally caught up to One Punch Man, and this dude is more insane than I ever thought. This dude is crazy strong. Far stronger than I could have ever imagined. And it's like, this isn't even the end of the story. This whole moment between Garo and the heroes and Garo versus Saitama, you would think that this would be something that's along the lines of, endgame territory. But no, this is just like intermediate stuff. And we haven't even seen the fullest extent of what Saitama can do, because when we saw him doing all that crazy stuff against Garo, he was only using one hand because he wanted to make sure he didn't accidentally destroy Genos' core. So he just held on to Genos' core the whole time, keeping it safe, and then just dealt with Garo with only one hand. So Saitama is just straight up insane. But, ladies and gentlemen, this will be part of my One Punch Man playlist, so that way you guys can see it from Chapter 1 all the way over to where it is right now. You'll miss weekly One Punch streams, so will I. This is how it always is, Ravi. This is how it always is. I do these long read-throughs of ongoing series, and as soon as I catch up to the most recent chapters, it's like, wow, I'm not doing long streams of me going through multiple chapters anymore. And it's just one chapter per stream, and it's like, man, the long hours I dedicate to reading chapters, the multiple times when my throat actually did get hoarse, but I forced it in order to make sure you guys' immersion was not broken. Thank you for sticking it out with me for this long. Thank you for persevering and just enjoying this entire read-through catch-up series that I've done. I'm still going to read One Punch Man, but it just won't be long hours as it has been in the past. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched this catch-up series while I did it live, especially everyone. And I want to thank you for your patience, especially when I had to take multiple breaks during long sessions of One Punch Man, just to catch up, not only to eat, but also do things in my house. I just want to say thank you for your patience. It really did help me. So, we're done catching up to One Punch Man. Now, like Ogata-san said, I'm not going to touch the wiki yet, because I checked the Gotham Knight review? Yes, I did. And I knew it. I knew it was going to be mid. I knew it was. IGN gave Gotham Knights a 5. GameStop gave it a 4 out of 10. The resounding response to Gotham Knights is that it's subpar and under that. And it's like, I'm so glad that I said I wasn't going to be playing the game on the channel because it gave me massive Avengers vibes. And it did. And it does. And people are putting up clips, and the frame rate for some instances is even worse than what they were talking about. And I've seen Skill-Up's, not Shill-Up's, but Skill-Up's video, and he says that them saying that they restricted it to 30 FPS to make it the most highly detailed Gotham that's ever, that's to make it the most highly detailed quality possible. Skill-Up basically said, like, yeah, that comment about them making it the most highly detailed Gotham, that's not even true. And it's very difficult for people not to bring up Batman and the Arkham series, but they set the standard. And now everyone is just playing keep up with it. Sure, Arkham Knights and the Arkham games are, on a fundamental level, different than Gotham Knights, but Arkham Knight sets such a standard that people expect what Arkham does to be in other future games that try to copy even a small smidgen of it. So, you know, I'll talk about it more. I'll talk about how the whole Bayonetta 3 boycott has backfired, and then basically new information has shown that Helena Tater basically lied to everybody about the pay she supposedly said she was getting for Bayonetta 3. I'll bring that up when I play Bayonetta 3 later today. I will wait until after I get Kenzo from the groomers before I do my Bayonetta stream. Can't put a time on it quite yet because the time tends to vary with the groomers, but I will put it up for you guys to, you know, stop by and enjoy as we hopefully finish Bayonetta 2 today. Yeah, hopefully we'll finish it today. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been me catching up to One Punch Man. Like Ogata-san said, I will not look at the wiki to look at Saitama's strength and all his feats that he's done until the newest chapter releases. So that way I don't get spoiled on any feats or any new news prematurely before I actually read the chapters themselves. So, yeah, Abir, you're late. No, it's fine, Abir. It was going to be short anyway, because it was only 2 chapters. I went back through 168 because I rushed through it near the end of my last stream yesterday. So I went through it again, and I'm just happy that I finally caught up to One Punch Man. I'm thankful for all of you. I enjoyed my long hours and week after week after week after week of reading One Punch Man for long hours for all of you. But now we're back to singular chapters again, and that makes it I'm caught up on every manga series that I'm currently reading through right now. All the ongoing series that I'm going through on my channel, I'm fully caught up now. And I want to say thank you to everyone for persevering, for sticking around, for liking and subscribing, and everything in between that helps the channel out. I just want to say I appreciate you, and I am grateful. That's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Let me not keep you here any longer than I already have. All I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel, I think 170 came out earlier. But that's an early scan. I only go by Viz, and Viz has not dropped anything. Like, I'm refreshing the page, and Viz has not dropped anything yet. So until Viz drops the chapter, I'm not budging. So like I said before, Beer, I don't do early scans. So if other places have it, then I'm not gonna I could look on Manga Plus right now, and it probably won't even be there. No, I don't think One Punch Man is even on Manga Plus. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna wait for Viz to put the chapter up, and then I'm gonna move from there. And then when I'm fully caught up with all the current chapters that Viz has up right now, then I'll look through the wiki and look at all the crazy stuff that everyone can do. But I'm not gonna move until the official chapter drops on Viz first. So all I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, and maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. We did it. We finally caught up to One Punch Man. What punch? I'm sorry. It's been a long morning.